Hello campers, welcome back to the Casual Car Camper. I'm your host Brian, and today we're continuing our discussion about shopping with our part 3, the internet. Yes, we're finally in the 21st century. So the internet, much like your brick and mortar stores, does have several layers. At the bottom you have your discount websites. They're mainly dropship websites such as Wish and Alibaba, where their model is they don't have a warehouse. They have things shipped directly from manufacturers and other warehouses. They're kind of a broker, middleman. And the advantage of these websites, especially Wish, is one I have the most experience with, is that they're cheap. The downside is you're not always getting name brand products. You're not always getting officially licensed product if it has a name on it. There's several YouTubers that make videos and make their living off of just buying stuff on Wish, and is it real or is it Memorex? But I have a lot of stuff I've gotten off Wish because I wasn't sure I wanted to spend $300-400 on an item, but I kind of wanted to try out the design, the idea, whether it be a rechargeable solar battery pack or the APG cooker, which is fairly similar but much cheaper than the Jetboil. And I like it. I think if something happens to that, I would replace it with the Jetboil, but it's a fairly nice design. And then, so the things you have to watch out for is the quality's not always as good as some other products. It will take a long time to get it, usually 2 weeks to 3 months. And right now, if you're ordering during the summer of 2020 and the coronavirus outbreak, it could take even longer. Moving on from your discount stores, you have your direct manufacturer websites, such as Stanley, Coleman. I believe some of the tent manufacturers all have their own website as well, where they have their own products. They also have their own clearance section, so items that they've discontinued, you can sometimes get on a discount. You can get emails letting you know when certain items you want are available. Now, sometimes they don't always have the best price. Sometimes they do have exclusive products as well, but sometimes just because it's from the manufacturer doesn't mean it's the best price. I have purchased items from Amazon after looking at the cost on the warehouse manufacturer's website and found it to be cheaper to go through Amazon. The advantages of these websites is that you're getting direct from the manufacturer, and also they're great for getting support. I've gotten support for things I bought at tag sales through the manufacturer's websites. I've got replacement parts. I mainly use them for support options, but I will also browse their clearance items and their new items, see if there's something that I'm really interested in, read their reviews, read their write-up, then compare it to other sites' reviews and write-ups, and then make my decision. And up from your manufacturer direct websites, you have your big box websites. The most famous one is Amazon. It's more like an online shopping mall because there's a lot of individual vendors. So quality varies not just on manufacturer, but also on vendor, and your support will vary depending on your vendors. Some vendors are great, really supportive, some won't be. Amazon does try to root out the less than helpful vendors or vendors that do things that are unethical, and they try to give you the best experience possible. Normally you can get things relatively quick through Amazon, but currently I've noticed again, this is the pandemic of 2020, so if you're not ordering something that's considered a staple or a necessity for healthy living, it's going to take a little longer to get. Items that usually I got within a few days were taking a few weeks because they were not deemed as essential. So their ship date was pushed back. I haven't had as many issues once items are shipped. They're still fairly quick. UPS, USPS, and FedEx are usually still fairly quick. And then from Amazon on basically price, we're talking, we have our boutique websites. Now, not all of them are more expensive than Amazon. Some of them do sell on Amazon. For example, Go Sun Solar is a boutique shop, but they also sell on Amazon. I have found their items in both places. So your boutiques are online only retailers that fit some niche. There's Go Sun Solar. They make only solar equipment. They have a solar cooker that can also run off electricity. They have solar powered lithium ion packs. They have solar cells, etc. I have a whole episode coming up about Madeira Outdoor. That will be the next episode posted after this. It will be the next Sunday episode. So I will leave that. But there's a lot of small boutique camping sites out there. You can search for them online for camping supplies or what you're specifically looking for, and you will find something. But the internet can also has its own pitfalls. You have to be careful who you're ordering from. There are some websites that are pop-up websites. They offer great deals and then you don't get your item, or they disappear, or they are a drop shipper. They're a drop shipper. They say they have a facility in the US and they have a warehouse supplier in China. The problem is a lot of times is these are companies that purchase their branded product through a warehouse manufacturer that customizes it, sends them some demo models, they do a video, they do some sort of advertising, then they have trouble getting the product to the customer because it takes a long time. It's being dropshipped, it's being custom built for how many orders. They're not holding any sort of inventory to give them a heads up. I've also seen some videos about what to look for if you're watching a video and there's no face, or the photo only exists in their ads online. A lot of times that's an advertising gimmick. It's, oh, I'm going to review this item, only look at my hands. And you can sometimes find multiple videos that use the exact same script but different hands, different voice. Those are what's called a red flag. If you see that, or you see a unboxing review and it doesn't have a link to a YouTube channel, it's probably just an advertisement and it's fake. Another thing to look for is research the website, see how long they've been around. I personally had an issue with a website called Frank's Outdoor Warehouse. They said they were a subsidiary of another website called Frank's Factory Direct or something like that, but their website is gone. Everything to do with them has disappeared. I was waiting about 3 months for my items. I got a shipping confirmation from them and never got the items. It was too good to be true item, but I was planning on starting this website and I thought it would be interesting to unbox this and take a look at it. And if it was cheap stuff that only lasts 1 or 2 uses, it was backup gear. And I ended up never even getting this stuff. I had my credit card stolen at that time, and I believe it may have been linked to that website. So, and then about 3 months after I tried to purchase stuff, I found all sorts of reviews about people having issues not getting their items. When I emailed their customer support, I got a canned message, and it seemed like if they were a real website, they were in over their heads, and they refunded everybody because I looked for the original charge and I couldn't find it. It just disappeared off my statement, so I'm assuming I got my money back. Or my bank had realized that was the source of the breach and gave me my money back. So and then I read, they said they were out of the US and they had a factory in China, but the website was from Canada. So the IP for the website was in Canada. So these are all the things to look for. I've seen other questionable companies that say they're based in one state, and if you dig a little, you'll find something based in another. I'll link a video to another YouTuber who goes into this company called Lit Mobile and breaks down their items and how they work. I'll link both his videos on that below to give you more information, because he's done more research than I have. So some tips for dealing with ordering items online is, when you get the tracking number for the shipper, go to the website, see the location where it's going for. Most shippers will also have an app you can download and a membership, free membership, where you can sign up and set up all of your information and all of your preferences. For example, UPS, you can have it delivered to one of their designated drop-off locations, which is usually a CVS or one of their stores, whichever's closest to you. FedEx will drop off to Walgreens. If you know it's an item that's going to be asking for a signature, have it dropped off there if you're not going to be home, and then you can just go pick it up. There are some items they won't drop off at the stores, but for the most part, you can. I also recommend that when you're setting up your account and you're making changes, do not use your phone. I had a problem with UPS where my phone just would not update their website. I called them, it wouldn't update. I finally ended up going through their website and getting all my information up to date. That's the one thing with UPS I've found, updating your information if it's different than what's on the package. Vendor didn't fill out the information right. It's a lot of times hard to get the package set up right. I've dealt with Amazon direct delivery. I have dealt with United States Postal Service, UPS, and FedEx. I have not had anything delivered online through DHL, so I'm not quite sure how they are, but this is what I've noticed. Amazon, they have GPSs in their vehicles. They can tell you how many stops they are from you. UPS is almost as up to date. They're very accurate. They'll let you know, oh, we're going to be there today before noon. Oh, we just dropped off your package. And if they say they're going to drop it off that day, you know you're going to get it. My personal experience with FedEx is that they have estimated delivery, they have scheduled delivery, but they are not always accurate. I had one item, they said they were going to drop it off on Friday. I didn't get it till Wednesday because the package did not make it to the yard before the truck left. So the truck had left and then it showed up in the distribution center, so it never made it on the truck and never made it to me. I found this out at 10 o'clock at night. 8:45 it said, you'll be getting it by 9 o'clock tonight. At 9:30 it updated to, we were unable to deliver your package. So I called him, like, I've been here for the last 5 hours. What's going on? Because I was planning on going somewhere and I pushed my plans off a day because it was an expensive item and I wanted to make sure I was home for it. And then they're like, oh, okay, so we'll call you and set up a time to deliver it. And then they tried to deliver it the next day when I wasn't home. And then I found out that I could, then like, okay, you'll get it Tuesday. I'm like, and Monday night I'm looking, oh, I can have it delivered to the local Walgreens. That's perfect. But for some reason, shifting it from delivered to my house to the Walgreens added a day. So these are all things that you have to look at when you're adjusting things. United States Postal Service, I haven't had really any troubles. It's usually just left outside of my front door. You can also sign up for updates and their advanced tracking system, which will tell you any mail that's coming to your house, what you're going with it. I did sign up for it, but you do have to get a code mailed to you to prove that's your address, and then you put it into the website. For sticking with me today, and this brings us to the end of this episode on shopping. I have one more episode where I'll talk about pre-owned shopping and selling stuff online, but that's going to be in 2 weeks. Next week on Sunday will be Madeira Outdoor, just kind of break up the monotony a little bit. And remember, as always, as long as you're having fun, you're doing camping right.